Good morning. Good day. So, good morning. I'm looking forward to meet more people and exchange as a some different ideas. I usually describe myself as a messenger of ancient Indian thought. So that means the 3,000-year-old Indian tradition, ahimsa, karuna. These two things, I feel really relevant to today's world. So wherever I go, I always talking these ancient Indian sort of thought, karuna, ahimsa. Then, with ahimsa, India is the example. All major world religious traditions live together. That's the greatness of India. And some other country, even I think this very moment, we enjoy peaceful. But you see, killing. Some cases, very name of religion, like Christian, Islam, and unfortunately in Burma, the Buddhism and the Muslim problem. In Egypt, Christian, Muslim, some problem. And within Muslim, Shia and Sunni, serious problem. So when I saw these sort of pictures in television, I really feel unthinkable. Religion causing more division and killing each other. Particularly like Shia and Sunni, same Muhammad, or same Allah, same Quran, and 5 times prayer, same, but with differences with name, killing each other. So when I saw these things, and I really appreciate India's 1,000-year-old tradition, religious harmony. So on my commitment is a promotion of religious harmony. So India is a living example. Different religious traditions can live together with mutual respect. Then another my commitment is, now I realize, according to my own experience, these ancient Indian sort of tradition, ahimsa, karuna, is really sort of bring, inner peace. So karuna, warm-heartedness. The ahimsa related with human intelligence. With karuna, we utilize our intelligence and seeing more holistic. So not just one religion, several religions. And the human being, there are over 1,000 years among the human being, you see different mental disposition. Therefore, even Buddha, one teacher, you see, have to sort of teach different philosophy, because you see his sort of as a follower is in different mental disposition. So it is reality. So we must accept the different religious tradition. You see, according different people who have different mental disposition, then this different tradition is very relevant, very necessary. meantime, important is all major religious tradition carry same message of love. Like that. So, one time I remember in Ladakh, one big meeting, there the local the Islam leader, Imam, local Imam. Now she expressed as a Muslim our love towards Allah. And same time, we must extend our love towards entire creature of Allah. Wonderful, wonderful. So therefore, the 1,000-year-old Indian tradition, Karuna, Ahimsa, with Ahimsa, religious tolerance, is really relevant to today's world. So, and then also this, you see, the telling these things strictly secular way, not based on religious faith. Whether, you see, accept religion or not, up to individual. And among the believer, believe this religion, that religion is up to individual. But we all, same human being, we all need peace of mind. So ahimsa, compassion, is very relevant entire 7 billion human being, irrespective whether believer or non-believer. So India's 1,000-year-old, 3,000-year-old India's tradition, these two things, I feel very relevant to today's world. So now, in order to show world, you see, these deeper value, firstly, within India, we should revive, you see, this knowledge. You see, India, modern India, I usually describe modern education, which introduced by Britisher. So, education come from West, mainly material oriented. So people from that kind of education, then naturally is thinking more about material value. So sometimes I jokingly, you see, teasing my Indian friend, this physical, not Indian, Tibetan, but my mind, I'm more Indian than those modern educated Indian. So now it is, I think, very important revival of ancient Indian knowledge about ahimsa and karuna, not through prayer, not through ritual, but through education. Now here, we can utilize the scientific research or scientific research. Number of scientists now, they say inner peace is very important for physical health. Constant anger or hatred is actually eating our immune system. That's modern medical scientists, and they say. So we can utilize these as their views and the revive ancient 1,000-year-old India's tradition, karuna, ahimsa, through education, secular way. That's my commitment. And then religious harmony, as I already mentioned, it is really wonderful. So my number one commitment is try to promote humanity, more compassionate humanity. Again, now scientists say we human being actually basically social animal. any social animal, you see, the sense of concern about rest of the community is by nature, by physically, you see, that kind of sort of feeling there. Therefore, since we are social animal, so basic human nature is more compassionate. Now, that's some scientists say. It's very true. Any the social animal, individual's life depend on the rest of the community. The community happy, individual happy. Community miserable, individual also is a difficult. So therefore, the India's 1,000-year-old India's tradition is these things now must revive through education, not through prayer, not through ritual, and a secular way. So now today's world, around 7 billion, 1 billion non-believer. Then among the 6 billion believer, sometimes a religious belief becomes more or less ritual. Not seriously pay attention about the real message of all religion. That's loving kindness. So the people in the name of religion killing each other. If these people seriously sort of follow their own religion, then impossible, this violence. Okay. So that's all. Now I'm looking forward to meet monks from mainly Theravada tradition. So as far as Vinaya or monastic sort of rule is concerned, we are same. The differences, you see, we, like Tibet and China and New Hong, Vietnam, Korea, Mongolia, we following Nalanda tradition, mainly a Sanskrit tradition. The Sri Lanka, Thailand, Burma, Cambodia, Laos, these following a Pali tradition. So Pali tradition is the basis of Buddha Dharma. And then Nalanda tradition is much use of logic, intellectual, like that. So now we are also going to, I think, some meaningful discussions I am looking forward. Like that. Any question?
In what way the teaching of Buddha bring worlds together?
Yes. If truly understand Buddha's nature, then Buddha's nature, Buddhism, nature of Buddhism, main thing is karuna, warm-heartedness. And all religion carry that message. So, and certain sort of technique to promote warm-heartedness in Buddhist tradition, I think very rich. So that's can apply to Christian, Hindus, and Muslims, and many in Judaism. They all carry the message of love. So certain sort of method to promote compassion can apply to anybody. Then philosophical field, there is differences. Firstly, the non-Buddhist tradition all believe Atma. Buddhism do not accept Atma, Anatma. So these just word is you feel something different, but more knowledge, study. What is the meaning of Atma. And what is the meaning of Anatma? Same, no problem.
There are ideological differences in the country, in India, like right, like left. The Indian society is very much confused by taking all these ideas. So, what school they should follow? What you would like to message the Indian society, sir, so that it would not lead to any of a conflict?
I think different political ideology, ideology about society, economy, and there are some differences. But these are not the Indian tradition. Indian tradition, ahimsa and karuna. So, I think like China, great nation, most populated nation, you see, they follow socialism, but lack of karuna and lack of ahimsa. Oh, you see, a lot of corruptions there. Power, totalitarian system, political power, beyond rule of law, like that. One of my great friend, the former president of Israel, Gaza, Shimon Peres, he socialist, he very much sort of sympathetic about China. I know him since many years. So then later, one occasion, I asked him, now China, is it socialist country? Then he immediately said, no, now no longer a socialist country. Worst kind of capitalism. Lack of sort of the inner sort of what's the value. Just sort of rule. And the Marxism, I think original Marxism, I think very good. Sometimes I discard myself. As far as socio-economy theory is concerned, I'm Marxist. Marx, you see, the working class people are the ruler of the country, not kings or ruling class people. So the working class people have need some special right. He fight for that. And then economy field, you see, he very much thinking equal distribution. Very good, very good. But then eventually, nowadays, Marxist country is mainly follow a Lenin. Lenin mainly thinking power, how to control. So Lenin developed totalitarian system. That also because of the circumstances. Serious civil war in former Russia, and under Tsar, there are a lot of corruptions. So such circumstances, Lenin start revolution. More militant than Lenin. So I feel Karl Marx, wonderful, but Lenin is too much militant thinking.
Sir, Hindu people believe that Hindu people believe that Buddha is avatar of Vishnu. Do you believe this, or what is your opinion being a guru?
What's that?
Hindu now that the
Vision. Or
Wanju, no, Wanju
to tell the reincarnation. Yes. That's possible. This country, I think, as I mentioned earlier, is a spiritual field. I think India's civilization is earliest talking about these inner value and different philosophy. So, 10th avatar, 10th avatar,
10th avatar.
10th avatar.
Reincarnation.
It's a different time, it's a different form as the spiritual leader. Then 10th Buddha. So these are quite wise.
Role of Dr. Ambedkar in Buddhism.
Shenagi.
Role of Dr. Ambedkar in Buddhism. What to define? How you define? How you define the role of Dr. Ambedkar in Buddhism?
Dr. Ambedkar,
No.
oh,
No.
great.
Sure.
You see, I think in 1956, is at Nagpur, you see, he started some movement, revival of Buddha Dharma. And he really seriously thinking the equal among the society. He totally against caste system. That's wonderful. One of the drawbacks of this country, the caste system, making distinction. That I think outdated. Caste system, some related with feudal system. The ruling class, you see, in order to justify their as the rule over working class people, they create the idea of caste system. So that I always see express caste system related with feudal system. So now it's outdated. India, greatest democratic country, free country, wonderful. Most populated, number one, population-wise, number one, China, but unfortunately, totalitarian system. India, over 1 billion population, at second,
Second population.
the second country
Biggest
whose population beyond billion. India, democracy, freedom, wonderful. Now, I not only carry India's message, but I myself now consider Indian. Over 60 years I spent here.
Are you completed 60 years in India?
Yes.
Are you completed 60 years in India?
Yes. Yawana. The Lord to court Savinas.
Yes, it's a one time I met group of Chinese, also the journalists, mainly from Taiwan and some, I think, from American. One was a journalist asked me, why you describe yourself as a son of India? Then I told, look, my mind, as I mentioned before, my mind, every piece of my mind filled by Nalanda thought. That's India's thought. Then this physical, a few years ago, so I told her, this physical, nearly 60 years, this physical survived with Indian dals, Indian chapati. So therefore, mentally, physically, both, I consider I'm son of India. Huh?
Idli dosa also.
Kasa.
Italy.
Then within India, most of Nalanda master, like Nagarjuna, Arya Asanga, and then Buddha Palita, Chandrakirti, Dharmakirti, Dignath, all these great masters of Nalanda all come from South India. No single master from North India. So I usually used to teasing, the South Indian brain is something special because all those great masters, philosophers, all come from South India.
Last.
Last question. Do you think this training center in India, how can it help, educate, and develop monks in India?
그래서
Lokuttara Center.
Lokuttara centers.
How it will help monks. How it will develop.
now I usually describe Buddha, not creator, Buddha teacher. So we should consider Buddha Shakyamuni was our teacher. So Buddha himself, expressed to us, "O my follower, monks, scholars, should not accept my teaching out of faith, out of devotion, but rather thorough investigation and experiment." So Nalendra Master, all these masters, investigate Buddha's own teaching. So some Nalendra Master rejected some Buddha's own teaching. If you accept this Buddha's teaching, literally, it against reason. Therefore, we must reject. That's, I think, something unique about Buddha Dharma in general, particularly Nalendra tradition. We very much emphasize investigation, because Nalendra tradition, we extensively use logical approach. So the way the logical approach is, we never say yes, yes, or only why. That's very important. So Buddha himself, you should not follow my teaching out of faith, as I mentioned earlier. That shows he teaches us you should follow my teaching, thorough investigation and experiment. That's very scientific way. Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, Kamala sir, एक photo दे देना।
Sirpur, the Buddhist, largest Buddhist.
Please.
I'm just starting the Zoom.
चलो। Thank you.